Hello everybody, Dodger here, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa, the career mode. Today we're going to do Intermediate Series number 3, and this one is the last of the Intermediate Series, and it will be one time attack and 3 races. We're probably a little bit over halfway through all of these individual series, I suppose, in the career mode. Or perhaps that's halfway through all of the individual races. I don't know. We'll find out. But we are going to be starting out in a time attack at the Imola circuit in the 458 Italia. Alright, let's get ready to go here in the 458 Italia at Imola. This car has plenty of power, and it does not use traction control. It does use ABS, but I think it's not quite as aggressive as some of the other street cars. This car is definitely half race car, half street car, even in its stock configuration. There are racing series out there that use basically this exact stock car. They make very few modifications to it. Just safety equipment, stuff like that. And they put on a show, like when we go to Rolex, they usually have these guys here, and they actually hit straightaway speeds higher than some of the Rolex GT cars and stuff like that. Obviously, their cornering speed's lower, no downforce, but they are quick. And it's a bunch of rich people that don't really know how to drive, because they're all like customer cars and stuff like that. Arrive and drive kind of deal, and they usually put on a show. Hopefully I will not live up to that kind of reputation here today. Feels a little bit skatey, but not too bad. Certainly a whole lot better than that Mercedes we were in. Stop at the 100. Love these shift lights on the steering wheel. That is really cool. Nope, stay off the green stuff. Feeling pretty good. This is a very difficult turn right here in a street car. So you're braking in the kink there, and it's quite unsettling. Green stuff again. Missed all of my marks through that turn. I have been spending a little bit of time in iRacing early this week, just in trying to get my rig set up and everything like that. But luckily the two are close enough in driving physics that I don't think they are going to disrupt each other if I'm doing them at the same time, which is good. There's some games like if I were to pick up if I were to pick up something like Grid or one of the more Simcade games, I think it would be a negative to be doing them at the same time. So you gotta adjust your driving style so dramatically. Ooh, that was a nice points checkpoint there. Ooh, a little bit of on the brakes oversteer. Still just a phenomenally driving car. It's pretty forgiving, but not to the point where it's not fun. How could you not have fun with a high revving, high horsepower Ferrari singing power plant behind you? A little twitchy. The steering in Assetto Corsa feels a little bit twitchier than it does in iRacing. That was the first thing I noticed. Now, granted, I was spending some time in the Miata, so probably not the best comparison. But the steering felt very numb to me in iRacing when I first jumped into it. And now in here it feels very quick and twitchy. But like I said, two completely opposite cars. Slow race car, fast street car. Go through our little patch of grass here on the start-finish line. Yep. only got 200 points to go. Let's see if we can do that in this checkpoint. A bit over rev. Definitely on the brakes too early there. I'd rather be on the brakes too early than too late. Especially in a car like this that doesn't, in relative terms, have a lot of brakes for as freaking fast as it is. And that was deep. And that's generally what it wants to do when you go deep, is kick the back end out. Oh yeah, plenty of points. Alright, well, my general consensus on these time attacks is that once you get your points total, it's better to just back off. Because if you keep trying to push, it's not going to give you any reward. Getting more points than you need isn't good. Last thing we need is to run off track and lose them. So we'll do a little cooldown and get ready for a race. Alright, slow it down and miss our checkpoint, and we will continue on with a gold medal to start it out. Alrighty, looks like we got a 4-lap race here at, I don't remember what track we're at, I think it is Monza. Looks like Monza. And we got some stage 1 or stage 3 1Ms, some GTE Evoras. Not sure what that one is. Some of those awful SLSs and a MP4 12C. I think we will, if history repeats itself, this 458 is going to romp everything else here. So it's just up to us. Here we go, starting on the back as always. 4 laps at Monza should be plenty of time. It's a fairly quick track, but lots of braking zones. Try and get hooked up on the start. Oh, took some A-arm damage there. Get on the brakes. I have a feeling I'm just going to check out of this one. The McLaren's the only thing that I think is really a challenge. He's got the straightaway speed. More than I expected. I know I certainly struggled. I believe this is the same setup as that race was. Whoa, he was early on the brakes though. And for good reason. Gotta remember it's a street car, not a race car. It gets ultra confusing when we're at these tracks that I did in F1, because I'm very familiar with the track, but not very familiar with braking points on a car that isn't an F1 car. And Monza's not a track I've really spent any time on in anything but F1. Man, this thing flies. It's obviously not much faster down the straightaways than the McLaren, but it just feels faster. Like the sound helps, and just the way it drives feels. Ooh, no, it's not too much curve. Feels much faster. I love how the visibility in is though. The dashboard's very low. Everything about it, visibility-wise, is very good. Even though those 8 pillars are pretty thick, they're in good spots. I'm staying with them. At least it's going to be an interesting race and not just a Cone does 4 laps by himself kind of race. Brakes are where I've got to get him. Look at that. He was on the brakes way too early. I don't know if that was in response to me attacking or what, but that was pretty ridiculous. He's got the inside here though. And lift a little bit, it was starting to wash the nose. Should be able to clear him on the brakes. Oh, there we go. Too aggressive with the downshifts and it will kick out. Easily managed though. would say of the street cars, this one's probably my favorite so far. At least of the super fast street cars. Really, all the slower ones have been fun to drive, but some of the supercars have not been great. This one's topping the list. Let's see, brake around the 200. Oh, stay into the grass though. I like the little bit of wandering it does on the brakes. It's slightly concerning, especially if you're racing with somebody. But that little bit of nervousness on brakes actually helps the car turn in, it seems, if it's got a little bit more rear bias. I find in situations where I'm doing my own setup, I typically do run a lot of rear bias. Getting pretty far out there now. Probably about 4 seconds. Oh, okay, not that far. 1.8. 7 gears, alright. Let's brake nice and early. A little bit of lockup, but not too bad. At least I think it's lockup. It certainly sounds like it. Like maybe the ABS just lets it lock up a little bit. One thing it doesn't really seem to replicate is the chatter. That would be nice to see. Certainly give it just that little hint of realism on the brakes. Like when you hit the ABS, if the brakes would chatter a little bit, like you get that little bit of. Obviously, there's no force feedback in the pedals, so you wouldn't feel it there, but it could certainly be replicated either through the wheels shaking or just the brakes actually chattering in game. I think would portray that pretty well. Versus what I've seen when the ABS kicks in game, it's just kind of, you lose braking power. Which is equally as concerning, but not quite as easily readable. A bit understeer there. All through there. Wonder if I got those front tires a little too hot or something. Still in fine shape though. Wonder if we can manage to get all golds in this one. That would be cool. What a way to return. Oh, running deep into here though. Easy car. Oh, good. Yep, this one's going to be gold number 2. Let's see if we can do it. I'm pretty confident with this car, so now's the time to do it, if ever. Currently, we have 1 lap left. I thought that was lap 4. I was wrong. But unless something really interesting happens, we'll probably just get to the finish. Alrighty, for real this time, here is gold medal number 2. Alright, here we go. Event number 3, race number 2. Pretty much the same field. 4 laps at Spa, so a decently long race. Track is in perfect condition. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see if we can do better than our last Spa performance, which I thought was going to be really good. Turned out to be one of the worst races I've ever had. Go past everybody on the start. Once again, it's going to be that McLaren that poses the challenge. Ooh! A little bit squirrely out of there. Let's see how it does up La Rouge. I feel like I could have taken it a little bit faster, but didn't want this Mercedes to get in my way. Certainly got a nice sound to it, but that's about it. Oh boy, he locked him up big there. AI definitely needs some help with their braking. That's their weakest attribute. So early into driving this car, and yet I feel like I've got a nice feel for it. It's got such a very easily readable kind of handling profile. Meaning it's like relaying to me very well what it wants from me. It's like the perfect girlfriend. Ferrari, will you marry me? Okay. That was a no, I guess. Just said, no. You get understeer now. Which does happen if you push it a little too far. I would much rather that happen. Because if the back steps out a little bit, it's actually pretty easy to catch. Especially for a mid-engine car, which is typically a snappy kind of oversteer. This one has a very gradual, kind of readable oversteer. I got some catching up to do, though. Hopefully in the braking zone coming up. Oh, there with the nose. Oh, that should not be a penalty zone. That's crap. Luckily, with slowing down for that turn, it didn't hurt me too bad, but still hurt. I don't know if first was necessary or not. Yeah, probably not. It's got an extremely short first gear. What's our gap? About 2 seconds? 3.5. Apparently I'm really bad at reading gap times. Hopefully get a better feel for it this lap. No Mercedes in our way to slow us down. Let's see, let's try and hold it flat until we get into the turn. Okay, that was a little too deep, I think. Kept it off penalty, but definitely not the fast way to go up the hill there. As I see that dot getting smaller and smaller ahead of us. Use all the brakes. That's where I'm gonna have to make up my time, so I gotta try and be perfect on them. This is about my favorite part of this track. This set of turns. Especially this one. I love the off-camber entry, and then it starts to pick up a little bit of banking, and then it kind of goes away, going downhill the whole time. It's a really cool set of turns. It's probably not a common response out of people for this track when they ask, when they are asked what their favorite turn is. That's gonna belt to your right. Yep. Dang it. That's gonna be what cost me this race. Is all these penalties. Just kind of reining in a little bit. Try to back down these turns a little bit more. Go use the throttle to kick the back out. Better. I think it wanted to push wide out of here too. Yep. Oh god. Man. Well, this is a shame. This is a real shame. Now the Mercedes has caught us. Bummer. I think our gold medal dreams are slipping away. Still easily grab the silver. Understeer keeps throwing me off. They are so bad in the braking zones, it's unbelievable. Not that I was perfect through there, but he still was on the brakes way too early. 11.6. Yeah, that's not going to happen. much too hard though. He's already up the hill. Let's try and coast this a little bit more. Bring it down to 5th. Get near this curve and then just get back to the throttle. Whoa, that was a moment. There's your intro clip right there. that was a pucker moment right there. Alright. Keep our head on our shoulders. Still a decent lap going. Still probably pushing way too hard. Driving it like a race car, not a street car. Gotta be a little bit more forgiving on the tires. Smoother throttle inputs. I felt okay. Let's drop 2 gears here. There we go. Now we're starting to get the hang of it. Now that it's way too late. Still pushed a little wide, but not as bad. Let's see how much of a time pickup we can get this lap. Just with no penalties would be huge. Okay, there's the nose. Washing out. Important not to get it here. There we go. Mucho better. Well, I know in the future now that if I ever want to go back and try and get more golds, this is one of the ones that was obtainable. If not for some stupid mistakes. Like that one. Still feel like I probably made up 2 or 3 seconds on him this lap. That was really good. I think I even see him up there, yeah. Let's see what the gap is. Yep, 9, so yeah, about 3 seconds made up there. And there's still a lot of time in it. For sure. Much better run off of here. Or so I thought. Delta's not agreeing with me. Drop it 5th. Get to the inside curve. Get back to the gas. Lost the nose. More than a pucker moment this time. It was an actual crash. Well, that's what was supposed to happen the last lap. It waited for this lap to happen, though. Oh, that's cool. Just slam into the back of me. That's fine. Somehow that broke my windshield. Apparently my head hit it. You know, we saw a lot of crashes up Eau Rouge this year in the FIA GT races. It was like an outbreak. Apparently there's some kind of curse right there for GT cars. And we are also victims of it. I just gotta nurse the car home. I think this is the last lap, so nurse it home. We'll take our silver and hang our heads low. Assuming I can hold on to this. Luckily, nothing but body damage. Ooh, don't go to 3rd, apparently. I thought I was, but maybe it's just a bad entry. Almost gotta treat that like 2 different turns in this car. Sideways through that whole thing. Why not? Nothing to lose besides the race, which we've already kind of done. Yikes. Another one where it almost feels like maybe the tires have given up as the race is coming to a close. 4 laps, that seems a little too fast though. But yeah, it is. definitely lost grip. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. So, out of 4 laps, we had 1 decent clean one. Not fantastic. Definitely do better. But a silver medal I will take. Already onto the final race at Mugello with the same exact field. Why they didn't just make this one a series if they were going to run the same exact cars in every one, I didn't know. But I'm not them. So off we go. Do the race at a pretty good track for me. All we need is a bronze. Feeling pretty confident we can get another gold though. Certainly an easier track than Spa. Thread the needle off the start. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Never. I don't know where that hit came from. But it hurt. Alright, let's point it straight again. Man. These windshields are really fragile. I think we might want to fix that, guys. Looks a little bit silly. You get hit in the back bumper and your windshield breaks. It's just me. We're gonna have to work for that gold again. I think we're kind of having to work just to get it back up to the bronze. Inside here? Not really. Driving a little bit poorly at the moment. That's an aggressive move, but I made it work. I seem to be a little bit better on the brakes on this track. Maybe their AI lines are programmed a little better or something. Not sure. Perhaps this track is just a little bit more of a challenge for this car. Ooh. Or this driver. Man alive, it is all over the place. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, that was fine. Yeah, just destroy my arm as you drive by. Appreciate it. Jerk. Oh, it is pretty bent, isn't it? It's not steering funny, but it definitely felt funny in the turn. Yeah, you. Jerkwad, hope that bent yours. We ran 6th. Stop, please. Stop, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. You will not pass me. Yeah, this car's handling like garbage now. Imagine that. I think we got a little extra toe in the back end. By a little, I mean a whole lot. We're still within a attacking distance. We're in 5th, so we gotta get it back up to 3rd. I was really expecting these to be easier after that first race. But you never know. Alright. I'll lift on this turn. This really is a fun track, though. It's a little bit more modern design, kind of pre-laid out instead of laid out to the land. Or maybe it's just not as interesting terrain here or whatnot, but some nice elevation changes and whatnot. Just doesn't have that old school kind of track feel. have been that suspension damage. It really kind of wobbles around through those turns. We're catching, but kind of not fast enough. Stuff like that's not going to help. Are we only up to 5th? Yeah, it must be, because that's the 2 Mercedes ahead. Not good. It is 4th, okay. So I'm just going to pass this guy ahead of me. Use every bit of braking powder. Powder has... and powder. Braking powder. Not braking soda, braking powder. There's a difference. Somewhere. Oof. Easy car. Hi there. How you doing? Get past, that's how you're doing. Suck it. Let's see if we can catch the other one. First half of the track is kind of this car's strong suit, but maybe we can do it. Once again, I think this is one that, with a little better driving on my part, could have been a gold medal. Obtainable one. A little bit of a missed apex there, he did too. Yeah, for whatever reason, maybe it's this damage. Second half of the track is much tougher. These downhill apexes don't help. It makes the nose want to go out even further. Oof. Getting an arm workout. Not gonna get there. That's alright. All we needed was a bronze to continue. We're certainly not on any kind of gold medal run, or all gold medal run in any of these. Just trying to work through them for now. Alrighty, I think this is going to do it for this race, if I have counted correctly. I have not. I am really bad at counting laps. Okay, let's try and get this guy then. First half of the lap is where we can do it. Seen that in the past. It's slower turns. Yeah, you can pop your spoiler up in the all you want. It's not going to save you. Whoa! That's how we want to play, huh? Side. Made it happen though. Brute force. Now I gotta try and keep it through this tough half of the track. Pull the little gap there. That should give us some breathing room. Ooh. Even though this is really a challenge to drive, there's still a smile on my face. It's a good kind of challenge. It's not the frustrating kind of challenge like that car behind me was. There was no smiles on my face driving that thing. That is for sure. Alright, should be in good shape here. Unless you miss this turn. Oh, now that might be the intro video. You'll already know by now, but I still have to decide. Alright, there we go, silver medal. So, 2 gold, 2 silvers? Not too bad. Too bad. Alrighty, well, this is a wrap for this episode. Looks like we have a series goal achievement badge thingamajiggy that I don't really know if it has any kind of metal standing to it, but it is silver, so we'll say it's silver. We will be continuing on. Looks like we have unlocked the T2, the second championship in the 458, which should be pretty fun. But if we go back to here, the next one we're doing is the Lotus Lightweight Trofeo Championship, which will be in the 211, which I have not really driven at all, so should be pretty fun. And I have been looking forward to one of these actual championship style of events. So I am looking forward to that. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you next time.